we're gonna start off with me addressing some things that have happened as of late. And I normally really hesitate to get involved in this ridiculous nonsense because it really is nonsense. But I want to address first the comment that's I need to first say that I find it very, very sad that someone sits and trolls somebody's chat room to like find out who's supporting them and who isn't. Like, I just think I wish I had that much time on my hands. So I just think that that's a sad thing. But that aside, I want to be very, very clear about why I support Tim Black, why I donated to Tim Black, which I'm very happy to do so. I'm also a Patreon. So anyone who knows me knows that for a long time, I have been saying that there need to be more Black content creators on the left with larger platforms. And really, Tim is the only one that I know of that has the size platform that he does. And that's so important. It's beyond important. So I don't, it isn't so much what he says, it's who he is. But here's the other thing. I very much so support and prioritize reparations and a Black agenda. And that's something that's very important to me. That's been important to me for a really long time. So when somebody is going to talk crap and try to take down who I believe is the only real Black content creator, and I mean from the streets, somebody who's from the streets and speaks to the streets and for the streets, and someone who gets it, whether you agree with him or not, that's irrelevant to me. And the idea that people are trying to stifle that or cancel that is just not acceptable to me. And the way I look at it, and I felt the same way when we talked about when Anna went after Aaron. When I look at people that are attacking people that I feel are part of my part of our progress, like people that are tools of progress. And whether I agree with them on everything or not, that's the problem. Everybody has to be so concerned about that. If you're going to go after people that are helping us progress, then I'm going to have a problem with that. Tim Black's voice is extremely important.
I agree.
Also, I would like to point out that there's two choices here for the people that were saying he was threatening Bree. Two choices, and only two choices. Either you're completely disingenuous or you're morons. One of those two. Now, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't know which that would be, and just assume you're disingenuous and you're trying to smear him, because what better way than to go after like the big angry Black man? Well, see, the thing is that anybody with a brain would know that he wasn't threatening her, that it was just smack, just talk, just whatever. And the fact that people want to latch onto that, to me, shows that people are wanting to find an excuse and talk crap about somebody that they probably don't even know. Because I mean, that's the thing. Like, so I don't know, people go on and talk about people they don't even know. I think absolutely absurd. But so that's first. So I support Tim Black because I just do. I don't have to agree with everything he says, although for the most part I kind of did. Still do.
And I try to say, if I could just share my thought.
I'm not done yet, but please come on in for a second.
I was just simply going to say that you have to differentiate the difference between whether you don't like what he may be saying about content creators that you like and the premise of what he was talking about.
Correct.
If you disagree with the premise of what he's talking about, then I would agree with him. You're not on our side.
Yeah.
You're not recognizing the real problem here. That's the big difference.
So, okay, that being said, right. So people that are impeding that voice are not on my team. You're just not on my team. And the thing is that it's so obvious that people are doing this just for so like self-gratifying reasons that don't serve anybody but themselves. I don't understand it. Why? It's like, this is really the only voice that's really speaking to that community on a platform that size. So I find that incredibly important. It's something that I'd like to see more of. And so I'm not gonna tolerate that nonsense. And that was, I think that's basically it. Something else might come to me. I've already had happy hour a little bit, but that was sort of, and okay. I just think that if most of these people, and I don't do people the honor of saying who it is, because it's really inconsequential. These are people that are more pot stirrers than muckrakers. They're not really trying to be part of a solution. They're just trying to be part of a problem. It's unfortunate. And it's interesting that, I think people want to hold me out like I'm some content creator, like these people just bang for clicks. I'm a lawyer, a wife, a mother. I don't give a crap. I don't need this job. I don't need the money. So I'm not grifting. Also, we're not making any. So it's, I'm not about what you're about. That's another thing I agreed with Tim. He said, I am not in this for why you are in this. So you can all sit around and talk about each other.
I saw somebody put a post came on one of the threads today because of the Tim Black video and said, well, Jen and Peter are making a 6-figure salary anyway. So oh, all right. I'd sure like to know where those checks are because I haven't seen them yet.
We get like $180 a month from the I think from the Patreon.
Hey, that's better than nothing. I mean, at least we're putting out some good content.
But yeah. So guys, for all the people, if you guys want to pick on me and say trash about me, I love it. Please keep saying my name because really it actually helps us.
Just like you keep saying DeSantis's name, like you think that's going to hurt him. No, it's not. It's going to help.
So
him.
Keep talking about me all you want. It doesn't bother me. I really don't care. I don't have I'm not in this for the same reasons you are. So, I am absolutely comfortable. And if you want to know, answering the person who posted that felt the need to tattletale on me for donating and supporting Tim Black, which proud to do so, felt the need to tattletale and put out this posit like, I wonder what kind of candidate or what kind of representative she'd be or something like that.
Somebody with integrity.
Someone with integrity, someone who doesn't. And let me also say something. In that particular tweet, it said I was supporting someone that was smearing them. I wanted to explain the difference between smearing and calling out. You were called out. What you're doing by implying that someone like Tim was actually threatening violence or really wanting to hurt somebody, that's a smear.
That is correct.
So you don't like that you were called out. The end.
Don't come for an attorney if you don't know how to back it up.
It's just ridiculous. Exactly. And these people are basically these people that are all still mad at me because they weren't invited to the Julian Assange party. Well,
again, unfortunately,
it's so ridiculous.
Grow
up.
Drama gets clicks. That's a very big part of this process. And, a lot of where Tim's anger came from is the fact that Nina gave so much of herself and has given so much of herself to try to help build this much needed non-corporate movement. And by her basically being left at the altar, so to speak, by so many people, I mean, she went so far above and beyond what you would consider necessary in terms of her activism, in terms of leadership. I mean, people criticize Bernie for what he does, and if he doesn't do enough, I can't say enough about how much Nina does, and the fact that she should have won the race. And we have there's plenty of criticisms to go around in terms of what she could have done better as a candidate. But you know what absolutely is inexcusable? The fact that the non-corporate left is not a unified movement when it comes to somebody like Nina Turner.
See, this isn't what she did or didn't do wrong. I don't care about, that's neither here nor there. Here, we're back to this whole concept of, people that are on my mission. If you are purposefully working against people that are on my team, i.e. Nina Turner, you're not on my team. So it's like, and the absolute ridiculous thing with these people that it's one thing that they're going to sit there and slam electoral politics. Okay, fine. If you don't like electoral politics, stay out of it. We'd all appreciate it, actually. But to just be spoilers and they have this nanny, look, Nina didn't win. It's like, these people are like stuck in a junior high mentality, and they're also, to me, seem extremely privileged. And when I listen to somebody like Tim Black that's basically begging and pleading for people to care about Black people dying in his neighborhood and where he comes from, and these people are like, well, if Nina came to my party, I would go to hers. Get over yourselves. You people are ludicrous.
We went to great lengths to get a community garden built in the most plighted Black community in our district. And it was coming along really nicely. But then the real Karens, if you will, found their way into this neighborhood and sabotaged the whole process. And people in the Black community that desperately needed this for their children, for their community as a whole, didn't have it anymore. And that's the type of story, that's the type of stuff that we should, as a non-corporate left movement, be talking about.
Yeah.
That's what matters. And unfortunately, that's not sexy. That doesn't get a lot of clicks. And we're seeing just sort of this the boat's just kind of rocking back and forth right now, and eventually it's going to tip over if we don't get ourselves straight. And so I do think that this is Mallory. Yes, the garden is gone. It's gone. And why is it gone? Because a very wealthy woman who is from Sunny Isles.
That's not why it's
that
gone.
was no, but it's what started the it's what started the process.
Because the neighborhood's being gentrified,
100%.
basically, and
100%.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
And so somebody saw an opportunity and decided to screw the people
screw
over.
the poor blacks. Who cares about
And by
them?
the way, that neighborhood, we actually had like almost a farewell party at the end, like the last weekend we're at the garden.
Yeah.
And everybody came out and it was so nice. And people have no idea how much that garden, for the limited time it was there, was so incredibly cool in that neighborhood. And everybody
brought people together.
Oh, it really did. Like, it was every single time I was there, somebody new would just walk up and be like, "Hey, what you guys doing?" And that, it was really special. And of course you can't have that in a neighborhood that you're trying to gentrify. So that wasn't going to work.
Nick Coletti, the only thing we're going to say is, listen, everyone is going to have a difference of opinion in terms of Tim's approach. And I understand that, and we respect that.
Yeah.
But in terms of his message, the message is correct.
Not just that, but again, even if I don't agree with him, even if I didn't agree with him, his voice is important in this movement. And unless, and I would actually argue that this would be a good time for us to question, why don't more Black left content creators have bigger platforms?
And that is something that we absolutely need to work on.
But anyway, I digress. But so I'll support Tim because I just support Tim.